Hello, I'm Steve Walls and I'm a licensed counselor here in the state of Colorado. Checking in with you guys today to talk a little bit about addiction. And one thing that you can do today, like if you've got an addiction and you're struggling, like the one thing that I think is the most important. So I'm going to jump right into it. The one thing that I think is the most important is identifying that you have a problem. But now let's talk about what is the biggest barrier to admitting you have a problem. Like, okay, that's hard to do, admitting you have a problem. Why? So what I'm going to say is that for me, so I come from a family of alcoholics, swore to God I'd never ever let alcohol get me. Guess what? Alcohol got me. And then by the throat and kicked the dog shit out of me. And now here we sit, down the road. I think I've got 11 going on 12 years sober. I don't know. It got me. It got me pretty good. So what I'm going to say is shame is the biggest reason that I see that prevents people from admitting that they have a problem. Shame's a really tricky bugger. Shame says, if you look at Brene Brown, she says, guilt says I made a mistake. Shame says I am a mistake. So like one thing you can do for yourself today is go, okay, well, I'm making a mistake by drinking too much, or making a mistake by drugging, or whatever, porn, gambling, sugar, anything can be an addiction, right? Shame absolutely is the one thing that kept me from being able to identify the fact that I had a problem. I knew I shouldn't be drinking. Me of all people who knew better because I grew up in a family of alcoholics. Well, I ended up being a drunk. So let's look at step 2 in addiction. Step 1 would be admit that you have a problem. Step 2 would be ask for help, right? Ask for help. It can be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a counselor, it could be an AA group, it could be a doctor, it could be rehab. In this day and age, there's 2 kinds of rehab. There's outpatient rehab and inpatient rehab. So you can go somewhere and live somewhere for 30 days. It'll give you some perspective. You can get a little break from things, learn some skills and tools all in one place. Boom. Spend your 30 to 60 days somewhere, 28 days somewhere. Boom, you get everything you need. But another way to do it would be to go intensive outpatient. So that's where you get with a rehab center. They have some medications that can help kind of reduce the craving. You can go to groups through there. It's just kind of like you're going to rehab, but you're doing it, around your work or around your schedule or your life. So you're still able to function in your life while you're addressing your addiction. There's no shame in knowing that a person's got an addiction. I think over the course of this life, we'll all know some form of addiction. Some people might be addicted to sweets, or they might be addicted to eating too damn healthy and miserable in their life because they scrutinize all their food. I don't know. But anyways, those are some things that I think can help. So one, identify that you have a problem, and identify that shame can prevent you from admitting you have a problem. So just say, I'm deeply ashamed, I've got a problem. Step 2 would be ask for help in some way, shape, or form. And again, that can be through counseling, that can be through friends and family, just identifying it and taking ownership of it. Immediately you start down a path of having some accountability. You're saying, I don't want this in my life anymore. I've even seen people post on Facebook. I've even posted a couple things on Facebook back early in this, just to kind of hold myself accountable. So anyways, I hope this helps you guys out, and I'm wishing you all well in the day-to-day life out there, and I'll catch you down the road.